Intel Xolo phone, basically running on 1.6 gigahertz processor with hyperthreading. So this is unlike your ARM terminology which you're used to, which is basically driving people on a concept of cores. But Intel comes from a computing background, so this is in a hyper-threaded environment, which is much more efficient in running high processing power-based applications, whether it be graphics, gaming, imaging, or even basic browsing, and its ability to do multitasking. Okay, so if I were to just show you something like its ability to run high-end graphics, decode a full-frame 1080p videos, you'll find that this is running at 400 megahertz. So you find a video like, let's say, a John Carter, which is running on a full frame, and it's more accentuated when you actually connect to a large screen, something like a 64-inch LCD screen. Obviously, I would mention the volume. What you'd find here is, I'm just going back and forth here randomly. It's still not buffering up, or is giving you that round circle which you typically get in even on the best phone. The reason is it's able to drive these graphics at a much higher speed, and therefore it's very seamless. Okay, native rendering of graphics. That you go back to your ability to see the screen resolution. Let's say at a random any picture you see. It's the best as you can get. I'm just expanding some X factor here. So it's designed to be on a very high-end display, which is at 1024 by 600, and that's the highest resolution so far you can get on a cell phone today in the market. Most phones today, benchmark phones, are not at this resolution. What else can I show you? I can show you the whole, as Mike was telling, this built on those 3 or 4 pillars, which is imaging, browsing experience, and graphics. So graphics, one sliver I showed you was running a 1080p video. The other part is gaming, obviously. Okay, I would say it's like the gaming quality is as good as a PSP in your hand kind of a quality. If you were to really experience, so there is no. If you were to actually run this kind of game on a regular phone, which is on a dual core or even a lesser clock speed, you won't be able to run. You won't be able to run at this level of graphics, and the graphics is displaying is the native graphics of the game. So we are not extended. So some games which have native graphics which are at the lower resolution, we show it in the native format. Right? You go back to
are there any apps that are a problem running on this because some apps are created for ARM?
No, these are, what Mike showed in the demo was Angry Birds, which is a typical ARM-based game. Thanks to Houdini, we run seamlessly. Any ARM or any, I'm saying ARM because...
How are you doing this? Is there like some hardware emulation layer for ARM?
Yeah, there is a hardware and a software emulation layer in the middle, which brings out the hooks which are provided for native ARM-based games or apps, which emulate on our JavaScript. So it's optimized on the fly. So as a developer or as a user, you don't have to worry about where the game is coming from on the Android market space, because as a layman, he's not really bothered whether it is ARM, but it's an unnecessary detail from a customer point of view, right? So therefore we thought we should go a step ahead and do this. Okay, because we're just building up our ecosystem.
I assume the phone comes with the Google Play Store.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you look at this, this is just an example. Although it's not a gaming kind of, the example given was how a regular ARM-based apps run seamlessly on a Intel platform. Okay.
So there's no custom skin.
No.
No, what I think what he meant was, are you using a custom UI layer on top, or is
No.
it stock Android?
This is stock Android. So one of the beliefs which we come from is you find a lot of these phones out there which have a lot of custom skins on. I don't want to name at this forum, but offline I'll tell you. But the problem in this custom skin and a lot of these phones, I'm sure you know, with funky UI, when you port onto the next updates, you need to take through all the baggage you've created onto the new OS. So we're not saying that we'll come with a plain vanilla stuff, but we'll come with what enhances the experience rather than trying to do a UI just for the sake of UI.
And
Just for
how long before this gets ICS?
ICS is early next quarter.
Next quarter or next month?
Next quarter, June, July-ish kind of time
I
frame.
guess
but
that's
officially.
it then.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Unless you want to see imaging, which is, I believe, our